Hey everyone, welcome back to Nothing Nerdy. I'm back with the Inspector Who Reacts. Hello, Inspector.
Hello. Hello all.
And hello, Steve. Pelican 7 reporting for duty.
Pelicans, can you read me? Can you
Do
hear
you
us?
copy? We are back today talking about the latest episode of WandaVision.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
This this one was a very interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
like, um, so what did you think of it?
I loved it. I thought it was great. It was definitely I liked the first two episodes. I mean, I love the first two episodes, but I love this one even more. So I feel like okay, like each episode seems to be building,
Mhm.
um, and and I like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm
This
Mitzi.
uh this one was a Brady Bunch inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Did
I
you watch Brady
liked.
Bunch?
I did. Yes, growing up, loved it.
I
Uh,
actually haven't seen an episode of Brady Bunch, so I have no
really,
connection. Yeah.
it's it's been a while since I've seen one, so I don't know if you would like it or not, but I remember
I,
enjoying it as a child.
yeah, I'm sure I'd enjoy it because it is kind of it's like one of those classics, but it's
Mm-hmm.
something that's just like I haven't seen it. I don't know why it's just never popped up on one of the channels or something.
Yeah, Nick at Night. I don't know if is it still even on Nick at Night or is it outdated for that.
I don't, I'm sure they still run like a classic or something.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere out there it's on. How young is Inspector to not have seen the Brady Bunch?
Oh,
You
I'm
don't have to
not.
answer that.
I'm young, but I've seen a lot of old shows. It's just that it's never been on my radar.
Yeah.
I've
Um,
seen shows older than Brady Bunch.
I'm sure it's on somewhere all the time. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All the classics.
Yeah.
I liked Wanda. Wanda looked good with this with the '70s look, the long hair and the
Yeah. The colors and
hmm
everything.
yeah,
It's kind
it
of that.
suits her.
I don't want to describe it. It's like kind of it's like dull but bright. It's kind
Hmm
of this weird like faded color to it. But
Yeah.
um yeah this but yeah we had a whole baby situation going on with Wanda.
Oh my gosh. I mean, so we saw in the last episode, like at the very end, all of a sudden, boom, she was pregnant. Like, and then it wasn't like she was just showing a little bit. I mean, you could see, like, there was
Yeah, no,
definitely
she just straight up like
yeah,
ready. Like she
yeah,
was it was like yeah you're pregnant. Like
yeah.
you gotta be.
And then this episode started out with the doctor visiting and listening, listening to her stomach and, listening for a heartbeat. And he's like, yes, you're definitely pregnant. She's like,
Yes.
thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah. It's
uh,
nothing else.
yeah. Um, and and Vision's like, so how he's like still like in disbelief. He's like, how did this happen? And he's like, the stereotypical on television.
Well,
Well, when a
yeah.
man loves a woman very, very much.
You see when you put your beds together last episode and went under
Mm-hmm.
the covers,
Yep.
thing
That'll do
things grew.
it. uh, um, and he's like, yeah, so, well, you're about 4 months now. And she's like, sure, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And he's like, no. So there's for whatever, in this universe, this alternate reality, it moves along very quickly, her pregnancy.
Yeah, things are speeding up a lot more than very very fast. And
Mm-hmm.
um, like even Vision was like saying like how's what's gonna happen in the next 12 hours? And it's just like what do you mean 12 hours? It's like this happened like last night,
Yeah.
so what's 12 hours gonna bring?
Oh, and then he talked about how to help women understand better, because apparently it's complicated for them back in the day. They compare the size of the
No, I
baby
mean
to the
that they're the
size of
ones
fruit.
giving birth.
Women don't know anything, apparently.
They're the ones who live the experience of
Yeah.
the thing growing inside them.
Oh my gosh. It's typical for that time period, I guess, but very frustrating to watch nowadays.
Yeah. Gosh, it's only 50 years ago now.
I know, things have changed.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Shows how fast we're getting.
Yeah, yeah, finally. We're still a long ways to go, but we're getting there.
Speed along.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then of course as soon as Vision.
From here on out, we use fruit analogies to explain to Frankie. Listen. Yeah. Oh, this fruit is the size of your inventory on Old Republic.
But yeah, like as soon as the doctor leaves and he comes back in, she's already like even bigger than she was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like like Vision walks him out, and then he comes back in, and he's like, "What happened?"
She's like, "Am I bigger?" And she knocks over fruit.
Yeah, I can't tell from here. Oh man.
I made that comment. I was like, man, I bet some women would just love to get pregnant and be done with it in a week or a day. Just be like, instead of the whole 9-month experience, just like I want it out, done and back and good.
Speed up the process. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Liz, I've never carried. I don't know how women do it for 9 months.
Like, you're an aunt though, right?
I am an aunt. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was there alongside her. Oh man, but my sister's tough, so. But I don't know how they do it. Yeah. Hello, Daniel. On a scale of fun, it was an apple. Storks and pelicans. The stork, yeah. Yeah, so then in the next scene... Wait, what's in the next scene? Well, they start, like, preparing the nursery, and Wanda's using her powers.
Paints. I love how the effects are retro. Like, they're, like, the little kind of off-screen hand brushes being painted and things kind of, like, on strings and such.
Oh, I didn't even notice those details.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's what, like, it's like I'm confused if it's CGI or actual props, people things, but it's like they're going with that style, like how people did it back then, and make it look like that. But and of course, as as they progress, Wanda's like kind of accidentally using some of her powers a little bit.
Yeah, like every time she has
come to life.
Yeah, every time she has like a contraction, because she's starting to get like the Braxton Hicks contractions and the baby's kicking, like, so they can see like, okay, the pregnancy is moving along pretty quickly, but every time it happens, it's the butterflies start flying, the electricity goes funky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the electricity goes out and like they're like, what happened? What's going on? Like freaking out.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those scary things. Like, okay, giving birth is crazy enough, but giving birth when you have superpowers must be even crazier. Like, how to.
Yeah.
And what was it? Oh yeah, like back when the doctor when Vision and the doctor were talking out in the driveway, their neighbor, what was his name, Herb or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Was like sawing through his fence.
Yeah, and it looked like a stone fence.
Yeah,
and he's just like kind of slicing through it. Yeah, and he's like, I think you're getting a little carried away with the hedges there or whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, looks like I am.
Yeah. I think I did miss. He just keeps going.
And then I'm like, it's like I don't know what to read into. Like, does that represent something? Like, and I'm trying. I've only seen all the other movies, like the Marvel movies, like once. So I'm like, I never know if anything is being referenced from the movies. Like, and I'm like, was there ever something? Or
the comics or anything like that?
Or even the comics, yeah. Like, I was like, was there anything with the wall? Wall being torn down? I'm like...
It could be like, maybe there's like they're trying to like cut through a barrier. Like it's like metaphorical kind of messaging of sorts. Like, it could be what's going on, or it could be like maybe it's a glitch where like like Wanda isn't in control and the people of the town kind of lose control or something.
Yeah.
Don't really, because like I remember. Okay, so somebody like mentioned. I saw somebody like point this out. And I didn't realize it, but it's like when Wanda is. I don't want to say not in control, but like when she starts to like think about her life. Like when she's thinking about Pietro, like her life, like her old life and such.
Or when someone else starts to bring it up.
Yeah, the people of the town start to like realize something's not normal anymore, or they start to act like they're remembering where like the situation that they're in.
Yeah.
And then of course as Wanda like comes back to this reality that she believes in, everybody starts to go back to their kind of selves of sort. They're in this world selves of sorts or things. So again, like there's just something, I don't know who's in control of the situation, and it's kind of bizarre what's happening. But we do get kind of an idea of what's going on outside at the end.
Right at the very end. Yeah, and I mean to get to that point, like to get there, like, okay, so when Wanda starts to go into labor, Geraldine comes to chat with her, ask for a bucket, whatever, but she's like suddenly goes into labor, things start going crazy, and
Geraldine helps her with giving birth to the first baby, which she only thinks is one baby.
She only thinks it's one, right? And well, they eventually realize it's twins, and so once she's, the babies have arrived, the two of them are talking, and suddenly Wanda like remembers, and she's like, oh, I was a twin.
Yeah, her and her brother, and I think she starts singing a song from her, or a lullaby from her, in her native language or something, Sokovian.
Yeah.
And that again starts to kind of, I guess, lower this barrier or something where Geraldine brings up Ultron.
So as she's singing the song, suddenly Geraldine starts to like she suddenly starts to remember things, and she's like, yeah, he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? And Wanda looks at her like, what did you just say? And as this is going on, Vision is talking to the neighbors outside.
Yeah, they're whispering to each other. Like they're like being very sus.
Yeah, and initially I thought they were talking about Wanda, but then they explained, like, what do you know about Geraldine? She's new in town. She has no kids, no husband. And Vision's like,
she doesn't even have a home or something.
Well, well, Vision was like, what's wrong with that? And they were like, well, she has no one. She doesn't even have a home. And suddenly it's like, and then it goes back inside. They go back inside, and Wanda asks.
Like Wanda notices her necklace having the sword symbol on it.
Yeah.
And I think I think another thing somebody pointed out is like Geraldine like seems to go, like she doesn't like forget, or she does forget, but she starts to like I said, like maybe like when Wanda's in control of the situation, everybody kind of forgets why they're in their position they are. And kind of like believes the world that they're in.
Yeah.
So it's like as soon as Wanda was either pressuring or realizing something, Geraldine was slowly forgetting and trying to come back before she got ejected.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't. So when I saw the symbol, I didn't realize what it was initially. Chat said it was a sword, and then I was reading up online about it. I guess I only saw the Marvel movies once. Sword.
This is a new thing for this MCU timeline. So I didn't know about it until now.
Oh, okay. Because I was reading and I was like the sword replace shield?
Well, okay. From what I understand, from what I've heard, sword is basically like shield is supposed to be like Earth defense and such, whereas sword is supposed to be like outer space, like extraterrestrial defense or sorts, like something that is not of this world.
Okay.
Or it's like both sword and shield are supposed to like be, the sword and shield of defense of Earth or something like that.
Okay.
Sword was shown during the cut scene after Spider-Man 2. Wait, okay, you mean the spaceship? Okay, yeah, that's what the spaceship that Nick Fury's on at the end of.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I heard about. Yeah, I think I remember Sword being mentioned there. So I think that's part of Sword.
Gotcha.
But of course, that obviously Sword is now still on Earth dealing with Wanda or something like that. I think it's supposed to be like the next step of Shield in this. Who knows? I think next episode we're gonna get some answers at the very least, or something like
Yeah.
that.
I also read that Geraldine's character um, is also going to be in Captain Marvel too.
Oh, okay.
So there's
I
going to be
guess I
more.
did. Okay, I didn't want to. I was wondering if, because I think I know about this,
Okay.
and it's kind of a. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but it's something that I guess we won't know until the show tells us. But it's kind of already. I don't know. So basically, it's like a spoiler that I know, but it's like if you didn't know about it, it's like uh, of sorts.
Is it a spoiler from the comics or like it's been talked about in interviews? Because if it's out there, then I would say it's not a spoiler. I don't know.
Well, I guess we could say it's common knowledge, but per se. But I guess if what you've read, I guess I can just go ahead and let you know because
Yeah.
I know this. Um, Geraldine is supposed to be is the girl from Captain Marvel. She's the daughter, that little girl from Captain Marvel. She's
Oh.
grown up into Geraldine. She's the same person, so she's working with swords.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm not like I said. I don't know if it's confirmed, but so I guess next episode will give us an answer to who Geraldine is. Because Geraldine, I'm sure, is a cover name for when she went in,
Oh,
and
okay.
her real name from when she's an agent or whatever. We'll know who she is. I forgot what that kid's name was.
I
From
don't
Captain
remember
Marvel.
either.
Uh, but yeah, that's who she. So yeah, she's the same. She's that character that's grown up now and joined this organization.
Cool. All right. I if that's in fact true, I like that idea, that storyline.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, and that's. But I will say, okay. So like I remember like before we did our whole WandaVision thing, I made like this theory that they could be setting up Wanda's gonna become a villain or something. I really got this sinister feeling from Wanda in this episode.
yeah, when Geraldine made that comment, she like, ooh, oh my, like even I was like, oh my god, is she gonna kill her? Which I think she did. Well, she didn't kill her, but like in
She did something. She got rid of her. Like,
yeah,
and then she basically like let it slide to Vision. It's like, oh no, she left. Like,
yeah.
she's not here anymore. It's just like, oh Wanda, oh boy.
It's
It's
yeah,
like,
it like makes you think, well, what else is she capable of? Like,
I mean, if anything, like that's what I'm saying is like, if she's like responsible for this
it's like, yeah.
whole problem,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's like it's like that's how terrifyingly powerful she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's again like what I was saying. Like, what if she's I don't know how powerful she would be, but it's like how like who can stop her? Like if we were to have if she would be our Avengers level threat, who in the Avengers can stop her?
Yeah. I mean, she's powerful. Um, and again, we see, she has control over what's happening, like not just with Geraldine, but there was one point where Vision starts to question what's really
Yeah,
going on, because she's like, oh, I'm so worried about everyone finding out about us, finding out who we really are. And he's like, yeah, we do seem to be having some close calls. My bosses at the dinner, this and that.
yeah. Like
Something's,
Vision starts
yeah.
questioning even like past episodes. He started to realize things and then we got this little like snap of
She like rewinds
flash.
again, yeah.
Like I'll admit, I literally thought, did we actually did my
Yeah.
TV or Disney Plus rewind on accident or something?
Mm-hmm.
For a second there, I was like, and yeah, I was like, huh. But then of course we realized Wanda just reversed time for
Mm-hmm.
and then just I guess made Vision forget or something.
Yeah.
Which again makes me wonder like how like is Vision Wanda's creation or is Vision actually like back? It's like this one little thing I'm wondering how much of Vision is because it doesn't he's not aware
Right.
but because he's just as in the dark, but Wanda's not in the dark, so it's like this huge thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, he brings up like Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange. Yeah, I feel like he'd stand a chance, but again, it's like Wanda.
Mm. At least Doctor Strange, he has like the supernatural powers and.
Jean Grey, who's an X-Men character, hasn't joined this universe yet. I think I looked that up. I wondered if Jean could, or at least, actually, well, yeah. But I think it was like Wanda would still win, or at least Scarlet Witch would win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, because the thing about Scarlet Witch is like she can alter reality with thought.
Yeah.
It's like,
Vision said it was said in the trailers. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of get the feeling, yeah, that he's not alive. We could always be wrong, but I feel like he's definitely dead, and she, like, she's just somehow controlling all of this.
yeah.
She's like just doing all this to spend more time with him. Yeah, it's like a way to cope.
Yeah, but again, it's like, it does, again, it's like, it does feel like there's something else at play, like
Right.
something else
Right.
doing this to Wanda, but at the same time, Wanda is like, again, is it something doing this to Wanda, or is Wanda doing this herself? Like,
Someone could have like approached her, and been like, like kind of like making a deal with the devil. Like, we have a
Yeah.
way of bringing Vision back if you do this for us. And and then next thing she knows, she's plunged into this reality, and he's there, but
yeah, there
I don't know.
is, from what I've heard, there's a Marvel character that can do that, and there's a theory that that's what's happening, like that
Okay.
Wanda did this, like made a deal with with another character or villain or something. That could be what's happening. It'd be interesting to see if that's what they're doing and introduce this character this way.
Yeah.
Because I think this kind of story did happen in the comics where Wanda, created a whole life with Vision or something like that. And I think that's also where her, like, these twin characters showed up. Like, she had these kids in this alternate reality,
Mm-hmm.
and I think in the end she had to give it up. She had to
Yeah.
trying to give this up or something. So I'm wondering if that's that's the story they're telling here in their own version of it.
Maybe. Let's see. It could be someone doing this to Wanda. What she did to Avengers in Age of Ultron. She gave them nightmares.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
she did that?
showed Tony. Yeah, when she showed Tony that whole future that made him make Ultron, and kind of gave Cap and all the other Avengers their weird dreams.
Wow, I
When
don't
she
remember
altered.
that.
Yeah, it was it was one of her powers that she was able to do, and it's kind of what caused the whole Ultron thing to happen. And we also got another, which I'm getting curious, is we got another Hydra clue or something in the commercials.
Yeah. You see this stressed out mother dealing with the kids, cooking, cleaning, the whole thing, and you hear the
She's
announcer
"Do you need a break?"
yeah, she's like, yes, please. And it's what was it, like soap or something? Hydra soap?
Yeah, Hydra, just Hydra soap. Just here's your bath soap.
Yeah.
Have a nice relaxing, cleanse.
Mm-hmm. So Hydra keeps coming up. So I mean, I guess that's their way of saying Hydra's involved. Or they're, like you said, they're trying to get Wanda to remember about Hydra, like not forget.
Yeah.
That.
This could be another trying to just make Wanda remember. Again, it's I'll have to see more commercials to see which one's which, because it's right now it's it's either Hydra is Hydra could be part of this problem, or it's just the sword people using past things to get Wanda to remember.
Yeah, that's true.
Sort of thing. So it's either or right now. It's kind of weird. I'm actually excited for commercials in this show.
I know, right? The one and only time you want to watch commercials.
Ooh, what? It's because now it's the commercials are going to give you clues. Ooh, what clue are we getting this time?
Yeah. No one is perfect. Yes, I am. Who doesn't love Bewitched? They are good TV shows.
I oh, okay, so like again, we're going by decades in this show. So like the first one's like the 50s, second one's like the 60s, this one's the 70s. So I'm gonna guess the next one's the 80s. Um, I don't know what TV show they're gonna reference in that one.
I wonder, when do they, I don't know when they usually announce. Let's see. WandaVision, episode 4.
Yeah.
See if anything's out there.
Family Ties, Who's the Boss, Cosby Show? Maybe.
Oh, wait, is it, wait. Oh, okay, no, never mind. Oh, apparently the promo did come out.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Brady Bunch? Brady Bunch was the 70s, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Does anybody know for the next episode? Oh, it could be, you're saying Family Ties, Who's the Boss, Cosby Show, like inspired by all those.
Yeah, those are from the 80s shows. Yeah, I'm really curious to see because I kind of wonder, it's like how long would this go on? Because I feel like it's got to have a nostalgia stopping point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess like 90s at the very least is when they're gonna stop this and then focus on the modern problem that we're dealing with. So I feel like we got 2 more episodes before the whole like TV theme runs out, and we're gonna be dealing with like that's when that's when things start to unravel.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, cheers. Maybe. But it has to take place in kind of a neighborhood story.
I'm watching the promo. I cannot tell.
Oh, they have that's right. I guess, okay, yeah, I guess 2000s, 2000. Ooh, man. Well, there's 9 episodes. We've already done 3. And that would be get up to...
Read the comments. Nobody's commenting on it. Yeah, I can't tell what show it might be.
I guess Steve, it's Wanda's nostalgia situation. She didn't live the 70s, but I guess she has this vision of the 70s. So it wouldn't be perfect.
Well, she could have been.
It wouldn't be exactly.
As a coping mechanism before all this happened, she could have been like, she's depressed. So I could just picture her sitting on the couch for weeks on end, rewatching old nostalgic TV shows as like a coping mechanism, and then.
Yeah.
This was kind of the reality she chose. I don't know.
Yeah, that was like Steve was saying, talking about like the fashion. I was saying it was like it's Wanda's reality, so it's not 100% going to be accurate to the time.
Right. The episode won't be in the office. Like the way Office was. And Office would be fun.
And somebody I think somebody mentioned like possibly like Wanda like growing up in I think like they like in like foreign countries they rerun a lot of American TV shows or something like that. So Wanda probably grew up with these 50s, 60s, 70s old nostalgic comedies and family shows. So she's just like again she probably like is that's like a comfort food for her is this stuff, is this life.
Yeah. As a side note, I was like reading up on the episode, and let's see if I can find it. Where is it?
What was it about?
I thought I saved it. Maybe I didn't save it. When she's singing that song.
Yeah.
I was in the article I was reading. It said that like, people who were watching it in Portuguese, like, theirs came up as a translation, and it was like translated into their language.
Yeah.
And now I can't find it.
Oh, was it like what the lyrics were to the song she was singing?
Oh yeah, here it is. I mean, nothing significant. So let's see. Wait. Yeah, when the Portuguese is translated into English, it's translated as, "I waited for you, and this day has come. My heart became a home full of light, full of light." So there's no.
Yeah.
We don't get anything out of that. I just thought that I was reading an article. I just thought that was
It's,
interesting.
yeah. It's just a bit of, I guess, world building
Yeah.
with character development sort of thing. Character. Yeah. Again, it's one of those things where it's like it's both like it's like a happy sad because like I don't want to see Wanda upset,
Mm-hmm.
but but seeing her this way is just it's kind of like sad to see this like depressed, like something's wrong with her and she
Yeah.
needs help.
Yeah. Well, it's sad that she lost Vision. I hope
Yeah.
somehow magically at the end of all this he can come back somehow, some way. I mean, I don't know, but you know.
That would be interesting. Like I actually like I wonder. That's what I'm saying is, or that's what I'm thinking is like I wonder like I keep wondering if Vision is real. It's like wonder if she actually can bring Vision back.
Yeah.
Like she actually can do that. Like maybe she'll give up the whole world or the reality, but she is able to bring him back.
Right.
Um, and the scary thing is, if she does that, does she bring back the Infinity Stone with it? Like,
Mm.
does she bring that back with her? And could that mean she could bring anybody back or anything like
Right.
that? Just almost like in a scary way. That makes Wanda dangerous to the canon of this world,
Yeah.
of this reality.
Hmm.
So again, like I'm very curious to see if it's just like Wanda has to move on and
Right.
grow, like move forward past this, like this life she's experiencing, this event she's experiencing, or will she actually bring back who she cared about and um, at some great cost, I bet, but she'll
Yeah.
definitely like succeed in some way about it.
Mm-hmm.
What is the key to all this?
For sure. Um, just putting this out there, and not really a spoiler because you need to understand one thing about comics. Everyone can come back. Vision can definitely come back.
Yeah, we're definitely like opening up like alternate, like there's multiverse realities now starting to open up. So um,
Parallel
there's
universes.
again, yes, we're gonna. Yeah, what I was gonna say is like this. It's almost like watching Anakin Skywalker. Like what's gonna happen to him, and it's like you just
Yeah.
don't want it to happen. So at some point, you know it's coming. It's like the same thing with Wanda. It's like, oh, I hope whatever happens. Like I don't want to see anything bad happen to you.
Yeah. Uh, well, I realize we probably discussed this at the time. What was the last movie for Marvel? Age of not
Spider-Man,
no. Where everybody died.
Endgame,
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Which one came last?
Well,
Well,
like it was Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Like,
No,
what was the last one?
the two of them, Endgame and
Infinity War,
Infinity
the
War.
finale, basically.
Yeah. Whatever they were called. No, I think I remember you saying that they did all actually die. No, wait a minute. They all came back. Wait a minute. It's been a while since they all came back.
Yeah,
Except
everybody
for
came back.
Black Widow.
That was those who were snapped, those who were dusted, those came back. The people that died before it did not because they were not part of that event.
So I'm trying. Okay, so Black Widow died and Iron Man died, and Vision
Iron
died.
Man died, Vision died, Loki died.
Loki. Okay. Now in the comics, did that happen? Did they actually die? And two, did they come back?
Well, again, it's like the comics are 101 to the movies. So like like they had more characters to work with. Like they had other like X-Men and Fantastic Four. So I don't know who died. I actually don't know who died in that comic
Okay.
storyline. Such like who was.
Gamora died. You're right.
Gamora died. Yeah, Gamora also died.
Perfect. That's right. No. Don't need.
But yeah, we already had like the alternate timeline thing with like the other Gamora from that other timeline being brought into our timeline.
Right.
So we have a new Gamora.
No, I know it's not exactly the same. I was just curious if if it happened at least similarly in the comics, and if so, did those characters come back? I was just like, I'm just curious.
Yeah, it depends because again, like sometimes like a comic storyline will go on for a while and then they'll completely like just not retcon it, but more like just this storyline ends and we're starting a whole new bunch of like the same characters but a whole new origin or a whole new storyline or something like.
Interesting.
Yeah, like it's kind of like Superman comes to Earth either in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s. It's like the same origin, but it's in a different decade.
Ah, gotcha.
So it's kind of like how does the decade or how does the times affect his upbringing?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like how does because like Tony Stark like it was dealing with like back in the early 2000s is very different from what Tony Stark was dealing with in the comic back in the 60s, 70s, all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because the MCU is kind of taking place in today's world that
Right.
I guess like elements that worked in the past, like in the 50s and such, would be a little harder to translate in modern times.
You know, like I do with it. Oh. Okay. Very interesting. Marvel's very interesting.
It is. And yeah, I've not been I've not read the comics myself, but I have like looked into these stories
Mm-hmm.
after like or seen what they did, and there's been cartoons and other things. So yeah, but again, it's like these movies they're pulling from source material and trying to shape it to what works today.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Marvel's very interesting.
It's yeah. Now we got TV shows. Love this.
Yeah,
Back then it was just
I like
movies.
that.
Now it's
Mm-hmm.
TV shows. It's like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Both Marvel and Star Wars are doing this. It like again, it sounds silly, but like it just gives you something to look forward to. Like as opposed to waiting months for a movie to come out, it's like, all right, so we're gonna do this Marvel TV show, then this Marvel TV show, and then this Star Wars TV show, and this Star Wars TV show, and then something else Marvel, and I like that. Like gives me something to look forward to. It gives us something to talk about. Like it's building hype, and I like
Yeah.
that.
I will. Okay. I actually have this other kind of theory that I about Wanda is like, and the kids is like I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if like Wanda's actually having kids, but it's just in her mind it's all sped up, but she actually like is giving birth to actual kids in this world. And like
Oh.
when the reality fades away, she'll actually still have these kids that she um maybe made or her and Vision actually could make kids. So I'm wondering
Oh.
like if this is part of the story she's telling.
That's an interesting theory. And then in the end, like, even though maybe she'll walk away from this, even though like Vision may very well still be dead, we she'll have like kind of like their children together, and something
Yeah.
um,
And like her children will be like the start of I guess
another
like another
universe.
kind of humans or something like that. Like the
Mm-hmm.
mutants could begin with Wanda of sorts.
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Amy
You see.
Pond.
That was such a crazy story, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it's like I'll admit there wasn't a whole lot to talk about in this episode except for like these very parts.
Yeah.
Like the episode didn't really. I get like I hate to say that, but the episode per se didn't have much that kept me like I was more invested in what was going on around the episode rather than the in story episode, like what was going on in the first two with like the whole Vision trying to get a job and Wanda and them having a dinner and then trying to save the dinner and such. And then like the episode after, like them just her and Wanda like trying to put on a show for the whole
Yeah.
town and such. This one I felt like didn't, apart from the, like, I guess it's one of those problems with, like, giving birth episodes, is the birth is always the focus.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, there really wasn't, like, much that happened. It was really, like you said, just focus on the pregnancy and then the giving birth and then everything that kind of came from that.
Like, all this weird stuff that was happening outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy was sedated for a bit. Oh, it's a disturbing story.
Yeah.
I'm like fuzzy on that episode. I mean, I remember her. I remember her being in the hospital. I remember him holding the baby. But, like, that's really it. You know, those were the episodes, like, the Amy Pond and Rory episodes, the River, like, those were the episodes I didn't watch a lot of. Like, on scale of cherry to pineapple, I enjoyed the episode at a banana level. God.
Okay.
Okay.
But I am very excited for what next episode's gonna bring us, because I feel like we're just about to have a turning point about what's, like, more answers are gonna be revealed. We're gonna see, like, the other side of what's going on and question, and then we're gonna see Wanda's side, figure out how this started at some point.
Yeah. It looks like the next episode, whatever TV show it's supposed to take after, it looks like it's Halloween, because I see them dressed up in costumes.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for this Halloween episode, because I think it's gonna have a lot of references to Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, falling asleep, guys. Sorry. Happy Sunday. Yeah, that was it.
So yeah, that's all I got. Anything else?
No, that's really it. Short stream, but that's all right. Like we said, not much to talk about.
Yeah, like last week we had 2 episodes. This time we just got 1.
Yeah.
So.
But who knows? Maybe we'll get more next week. Maybe it'll be a longer episode. So.
Yeah.
We shall see. All right. Well,
Maybe.
I guess we'll wrap it up here. We will be back next Sunday discussing the next episode 4.
Yep.
I will be doing a watch party on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, if anybody wants to come. And yeah, and then we'll be back on Sunday talking about the next episode. So.
All right.
So thank you guys.
Hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and for chatting with us and helping us trying to figure out this episode, what's really going on. I enjoy the speculation.
I'm actually really curious, like, upon, like, rewatch, how much is gonna be, like, how much my view of the like, all these episodes is gonna be different once I know what's happening or why it's happening.
Right, like, once we watch the entire season, then going back and be like, oh yeah, this symbolized this, or, you know, was hinting at that. Yeah, definitely. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, if you haven't already, please check out The Inspector Who Reacts. Check out his channel. He's got some great stuff. And yeah, and I will be back on Monday. No, yes, I'll be back on Monday on Twitch, but I will be back on YouTube on Friday.
Fallen Order?
I'm trying to finish Fallen Order. I'm making progress though.
You're making progress.
Yeah.
Like, what took you months is taking you weeks.
Yes, it's so much easier on PS4 and using the controller, and you know my PS4 doesn't lag, so that certainly helps. Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody have a great rest of the night. Have a great Monday, and we will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.
Take care. See you there. Bye.